Okay, day 2 of the media fast, and it's been kind of a hard day, not because of the media fast, I think, but because I've been working on taxes, which, although I don't mind doing, it's not my favorite thing. And I've been in front of a screen all day, even though I'm doing a media fast. So maybe not the most indicative. I can report that last night was nice. We did not sit in front of a screen watching wonderful storytelling while we ate dinner. We didn't sit in front of a screen at all last night. We kind of had dinner together, Tim and I, at a table, eating. Was it at a table? I think it was. And talked some more. And that was enjoyable. And I was a little worried that, the change of routine might be hard for him, or I don't know, what was I going to do with myself after we ate dinner? But what I actually noticed was that it felt like there was sort of this spaciousness. Oh, we're not going to be sitting in front of a screen for 2 hours. So I just kind of relaxed into not being entertained and doing some cleanup that I might not have done. And it was kind of pleasant. It was kind of quiet and peaceful. Earlier, before dinner, when I generally give myself an hour to look at Tim's Telegram. I haven't been on social media myself actively at all, but I do go and kind of see all the things that he's looking at, and there are a few other people that I follow that I was looking at, and so I didn't do that. So I didn't get blasted with any information about the world that I either liked or didn't like. I just didn't. And instead, I called a very dear friend of mine, and we had a really wonderful long phone call, and we were musing on the fact that both of us were kind of more gutsy maybe 10 years ago or 20 years ago. We could kind of look back on that time, and that we're not sure, but it kind of feels like having been exposed to so much more of the culture and news and inputs from the outside, rather than having more confidence, as I would have expected out of being 20 years older, both of us were kind of less confident in ways, and more like I think I talked about yesterday. Part of the reason I wanted to do this media fast was see if I stopped looking out there, like at the cell phone or at the screen, and started just getting quiet more, not multitasking, making salad, which doesn't take, I do it the same way every day, so it doesn't take much brain power to make salad. So I'd often have a podcast on or something, or a YouTube video or something playing. And not doing that meant I was just making salad. I've never kind of believed in this sort of Zen. When you're making salad, just make salad. Like, that's not really what I want to do. It may be the most spiritual thing to do, but it's really not what I want to do. A friend of mine said she had some guidance about enjoy your mind. You know, you've got a great mind, enjoy it. And I kind of feel that way too. It's like if I can do something and also be thinking about things, there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. I'm not trying to find union with making a salad at this point. But I do like the peacefulness, and I also found myself kind of having thoughts I might not have had. And so then when I talked with my friend and we were talking about this, it was kind of like, how much have we given away our power by looking to outside authorities, whether it's some famous podcaster or some famous academic person? How much have I been just over the last 20 years, more and more and more, outsourcing intelligence, wisdom, experience to somebody else's interpretation by listening to all of this media? And I mean, I don't listen to a lot of crap, so it's not like I'm listening to crappy stuff. I feel like I'm listening to really intelligent stuff. So it's not about content, it's more about the process of looking out there, doing a search when I don't know something, instead of just kind of sitting with, oh, I don't know that. Is that something I really need to know? What do I think about it? How do I feel about it? It's kind of like being seduced into this world where you can find out what the truth is by hooking into somebody else's research, somebody else's ideas, and not developing one's own, Tim calls it one's own truth sense. Like, maybe I don't need all that information. In fact, it's not the information, it's the process, it's the problem. So if I actually need some bit of information, like I need to calculate between centigrade and Fahrenheit, great, I got a tool I can do that for. And sometimes that's really important, like making yogurt. If you've got a centigrade or a Celsius thermometer and you want to do it and you know what temperature you need, then it's really helpful to have something you can resource. But there's lots of stuff. I think real wisdom and real living comes from not sourcing it from somewhere else, but listening to one's own truth sense, one's own wisdom sense. Especially at my age, there's so much experience that I've had that I should be really tapping into that, and then using that in my life. So anyway, she and I, like I said, she's a little younger than me, but not much. So we're both moving into elder status, or having moved into elder status. We should be more confident than ever. And it's like we could see we'd both lost confidence. So what was that all about? And how much of it is this dynamic of being hooked into something outside instead of inside? So that was lovely and a wonderful conversation that I would not have had if I had been plugged into Telegram. I also noticed yesterday that I showed up with some wisdom on a Zoom call with a friend who's going through a hard time, a challenging time. And I'm not sure I would have done it exactly the same way, but I'm getting more clear about all of this. So anyway, and I slept great, and I got up this morning, and I've continued to notice there's a tug. You know, I'm still getting rid of the automatic pick up the cell phone. It's like oh right, I turned it off. There's nothing there for me. And I was good about taking care of email first thing in the morning, getting that done, not going back, and haven't had messages interrupting me all day long. So far, I like this, and I like having more time. And I feel in general like there's more spaciousness in my life because a big chunk of it isn't going to trying to get something from out there, and it's more just, there's more spaciousness, I'd say, and I feel more relaxed. So far so good. Report from day 2, late in the day, and it's a fun experiment.